So now we're going to take a look at writing an augmented matrix for the system of equations. So what is an augmented matrix? An augmented matrix takes the coefficients. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight these. Here are the coefficients, right? There's a -1 understood to be there, 5, 2. Takes the coefficients and puts them in a matrix. So here we go. We're going to go 4, -1, 2, and 5. And it also takes the constants, okay, and puts them right next to it. Now, we don't write equals in an augmented matrix. We put a vertical line to represent the equals. Some books put a dashed line. Okay, so there is an augmented matrix. This represents the coefficients for the x variable. This column represents the coefficients for the y variables. And of course, this represents the constants. All right, so there's an augmented matrix. Let's take a look at setting one up for this next one. Now, when there are missing positions, right, we have some missing positions here. We're just going to fill in with zeros, right? So let's take a look. This is a 3 by 4, right? So I'm going to need to make it nice and wide this way. I'm going to go ahead and put the 52 here, 36 here, and the 0 here. So I have 1, 4, and 0 for my x column, right? These have to be in standard form, right? These are already in standard form. 2, 0, and 7 for my y column. And for the z column, 5, 8, and -1. Okay, now, of course, you don't have to write those labels. We just go ahead and write it like that. The labels are understood. Now, look at this last one. That's a curious one. It isn't in standard form at all. So what we're going to have to do with this one is we need to turn it into standard form. So standard form just means that all the variables are on the left side and the constant is on the right. So let's take a look. If I move the y over, I'll have this. Okay, so there's that. If I move the x over, we'll have this. -x plus y is equal to 10. All right, so now let's keep going one more step. Now let's go ahead and create the augmented matrix. I have a 1, a -1, a -1, and 1. We're going to have a line there, -2 and 10, and I'm going to double check my work here. If I subtract the y, that gives me that. I'm left with the -2 on the right. If I take the x over, it's going to be negative, so their y is still positive and the 10 is positive. And there we go. So there's the augmented matrix. 1, -1, -1, 1, -2, and 10. Alrighty, thanks for watching.